Hi, this is Mike Swanson of Wall Street Winter. We've got a really special guest with me today. It's David Morgan of silver-investor.com and the Morgan Report. How you doing, David?
Doing well, Mike. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time to talk with me today and my listeners, because this is really, for me, a real timely moment, because I've been out of the mining stocks now for quite some time, and I'm starting to get really excited about what's going on in them. I wrote a really long report over the weekend about them, in fact, and talking real bullish about them, and now this week so far they've dropped real hard. So you think I need to have my head examined?
No, I mean, I commend you for being out, and we traded out of our trading position pretty much near the top, which was about 11 months ago. And, most of the people who subscribe to our service are buy and hold long-term oriented, which really I have nothing against. In fact, to make really big big money in a market, you need to get in relatively early and hold through thick and thin. But it's been really rough in the mining equity side of things. And it's not been all that much fun for the last year in the metal side of things as well. As you know, Mike, you do a lot of technical work also, and that the mining shares are screaming buys. And that was before this most recent smash down, I'll call it. This happened the last few days. We're doing this in early April. But a bargain is a bargain is a bargain. I really do think that more money will probably be made from here on up in the mining equity side than in the metals themselves, and I still advocate buying both. I've also been very consistent. I've said, as low and as cheap as these are, do not load up everything now. Space it out, build a position, keep adding, have a long-term horizon. Because you and I both know, and of course a lot of our readers and listeners, that these markets can defy logic a long time, and this efficient market theory is bunk. The reason we can make a lot of money in the markets is because it's not efficient. And this is a time when we're like 2 sigmas off on the XAU versus the bullion price. I think it's greater than that now. I haven't done the math in a while. So what that says is that mine equities versus bullion are really the place to put your money. But again, I think you need a long-term horizon.
Well, you're the expert, to me, basically on silver stocks. And I've noticed that both gold and silver stocks have really extremely low valuations now. For example, Silver Standard has a forward P of like 8 and a PEG ratio less than 0.1, which is something I don't even know I've ever seen before. So to me, like, the opportunities are just ripe. But do you have any specific strategies you think someone that's new should use to get into silver stocks?
Well, I mean, there's several, and some of this is, for members only, but I don't mind
Sure.
sharing some of those general ideas with you. I mean, if you're aggressive, but you also want to be somewhat conservative, which is a contradiction. I mean, there's some stocks out there that are in the, very much top tier mainstream that have leaps on them. And these long-term options, you can call them, are extremely good deals as long as you have, 2-3 year time horizon. I would look at those. Some of these warrant situations as well, where you can have a warrant that may be a few years out. I think those are worthwhile speculations and still buying very quality stocks. On the other side, we continue to do our research and try to find the winners. We had one that's about, I think, 4 months old, and it's almost doubled. And I don't know anybody in the industry can say that they recommended any mining equity in this environment that's just about doubled in the last 4 month time frame. I know this is down today, but and that doesn't mean that we get it right every time. But we do our work here, Mike. You've known me for quite some time, so just plod along. These markets are not unfamiliar to me, but I've been in them for so many years. And this is a part of the bull market that I call the scare you out or wear you out phase. And this happens a few times on the major bull market. You got scared out on the drop from 48 down to 33, which happened very rapidly. And now from that point to this, you're pretty much getting worn out because the equities keep drifting lower and the metals keep drifting lower. And people that have been in this market for a year or less, so let's say got in at 35 or higher, as everyone was getting so excited about the silver market, gold also, and then gold kind of did the same thing silver did to a lesser degree, from roughly the $1,500 level up to the $1,900 level. Well, those days are behind us. So now all of that rapid gain is being consolidated and digested by the market, and people don't like that. They want things to go up from the day they buy them and never look back. But that's not how markets work.
Well, we've been around I have at least trading this stuff for 10 years, you longer than that. And it just in my time, I've seen periods where the silver and gold stocks double and then they go sideways for a year or two. That, to me, that's all that's going on. And people just have to use these times to take advantage of things. Well, could you, as we wrap up, could you quickly tell people, what do you provide and where they should go for more information from you?
Absolutely, and thank you. The best place to go is the website. It's a web-based business. It's silver-investor.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at SilverGuru22 or the YouTube channel, which is Silver Guru. Also on the silver-investor.com website, we do have a free weekly update letter that keeps you appraised of the interviews that I do, like this one with you, Mike, and others during the week. I usually do 2 or 3 a week, so we post those and collect those for you. Also, what appearances I'm going to make in the near future. And for those that are serious about making money in this business, we also offer a membership service that is a paid service.
Well, thanks for taking the time to talk with everybody. We'll hopefully do a follow-up interview soon in the future.
Thank you. My pleasure.